Castle burgers, man. I got something quick. I actually got probably gonna pick up some later on though once the show is over with.
That's the bachelor meal.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to order
Like a
something
hot
right now.
pockets.
Hey, hold on, man. You put the White Castle burgers in the oven?
Nah, I ain't put those in the oven.
Oh,
I say oven, but I meant air fryer. But like,
okay, all right.
I mean, I guess it is an oven. Technically, it's an oven.
It's a new oven. It's a new oven.
Bro, that's the thing. Like, to be honest with you, you don't need an oven unless you got a family.
Shit. I got a family, and we still use our air fryer most of the time. Only time we don't use the air fryer is if we got something that's too big to go in the air fryer. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's just one person, like I'm not eating for 4 people.
That's
So
right.
the air fryer, and that's the thing, it's a lot more efficient, it heats up quicker, easier to clean up.
We don't do the microwave too much unless it's a rush to eat, or you know what I'm saying. We doing something quick, man.
I was thinking, like, I like the way air fryer cooks better, and then you got different modes too, right? So if you want to bake something, you could bake it.
Yeah, man. Ovens is I don't know. Ovens or microwaves gonna be obsolete here pretty soon, man.
I know. That's what I was saying. What they're going to do when they like are you going to replace a oven with a bigger air fryer? Is that what's going to happen?
Shit, if they smart, yeah. But see,
I'm saying with like like with a kind of like a small refrigerator size air fryer.
Air fryer, oven size air fryer. That'll be lit.
That's not air fryer. That's an air oven.
Yeah, air oven. Yeah. Hey, go ahead, trademark that, copyright that up real quick.
I know, right? I need to.
They call them conventional ovens, though.
The ass version of an air fryer, but it goes to slide the oven, right? And then you use the other half for like storage.
Bro,
yeah.
You good, Mel?
Yeah, I'm trying to order something to eat. I'm sorry. Whenever we're ready.
All right, bet. We about to start.
You had the
Go ahead and hit some last shares for y'all fellas. Oh shit, I'm fucking up, man. I ain't got my rings on. Ooh-wee. Go ahead, hit them shares. Get people in the building. We got one person tuned in, 2 is locked in. Thank y'all for joining us.
Shout out to that one person. You know who that one person is?
No, I don't know who it is. They ain't commented yet. Yo, hit the chat. You the first one to join us. Hit the chat.
Man, shout out to you.
You the real MVP. Now we got 3 people. Flood into the building, y'all. We need y'all in the building. Come on, get into the building. Hit them comments. We about to get started. Gucci loves me. Shout out you.
Guys, shout out. Is that our MVP for the night?
That's my MVP.
All right.
That's my number one fan right there. All right.
We got 58 subscribers, man. We coming on up.
I can't wait till we get some a little bit, start doing some community posts and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Start getting into like some private lives and things like that. I got high hopes by the end of this year, man. Let's go.
Lives.
Yeah, private. You can do like private, like member lives and stuff like that.
I'm trying to order pizza right now, bro, and this shit is not working.
Yo, if y'all joining us, this is to get the show started. Thank y'all for joining it. It's the It Gets Deep podcast, and I got my dogs with me. We got Mel, we got Darnell, and we got Westside. Y'all tuned in, y'all locked in. Y'all know how we getting this pop. Your Patreon could be an option, Boogie. Patreon could be an option. I think locals might be another option as well. And Rumble starting on his way up too. But yeah, we got a new kind of workflow way we're gonna be doing these things. We got the show with the girls last week. They talked about college. We got the show this week with the guys. We're gonna be talking about college, and the goal either next week or the week after that is to have a whole group talk, and we talk about college, and we have a little debate. We play some videos, and we hash it out. So we got some perspective from everybody here. I'm in school. Mel, I don't think you did some college, right? I think.
Yeah, I did some before and after
that. Did some college. Darnell got his degree. He degreed up. And Westside, hey, you did some college?
0.
College. So that's the perfect right there. That's perfect. Yo, what's up, cuz? Thank you for joining us. Well, yeah. Shout out to y'all, man. Welcome to the interview podcast. Yes, sir. So reason why we talking about college, because I seen a video with Candace O, and she was doing a show with another streamer called Destiny. They two different opposite sides of the spectrum. But Candace Owens got into how she was talking about her college, that things she didn't know, things she wished she knew, and she wants to feed that back out to her community. I mean, she got a bad rap. People call her what, the Uncle Tom or things of that nature. But she is a black woman. She's a successful black woman. She around our age, which I was shocked. I thought she was way older. She's only like 34. So it's good to know, to bring that back, and having those experiences. What wouldn't we want to do, or what should we not do when we go to school? What should we pay for? How should we get these loans? How should we get grants? What do we have to pay back? What don't we got to pay back? And I think that's part of the conversation that ain't being passed down to our teenagers, to our young adults. Like, we know the military option. We can go to school while we're in the military. We got out the military, and they pay for your everything. They pay for everything for you. A lot of people don't know that for some reason. So that's the information I want to kind of relay to everybody. So we're gonna start this conversation, and why is college important? And we're gonna start with Westside. Since Westside, welcome to the team, man. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the team, man. Westside gonna be on here more frequently. He ain't gonna be coming up here at the end of the show. He's gonna be starting from the beginning. And we're gonna take it from there, man. So Westside, we're gonna start with you, man. Why is college important?
For sure, man. First off, man, let me say happy y'all had me here. Happy to be a part of it. Appreciate y'all. I tuned in to the ladies last week. They put the pressure on, man. They whole shit was so elegant. It was so nice. It was respectful, man. Everything. They put the pressure on. I'm gonna give you the quick answer. Why is college important? As a person who hasn't went to college, so take my opinion with a grain of salt. I don't think it is.
Okay.
That it's not, in my opinion. That's it.
Okay, we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna ask you the why at the end. Look, Yam's already about to start tripping in the comments, dog. Yeah, Darnell. Okay, go ahead, Mel. While we waiting on Darnell.
I mean, I think it's important if you don't know what you want to do, like after high school, and you just I think it's like I don't really think it's important. I never wanted to go to college, so like I ain't really. But if that's what you want to do, it's like a bridge to your next step. Then it's something to do while you don't have nothing to do, while you're trying to figure out life. But also, I didn't want to go to college, so I didn't. And I did other shit.
What was the other shit? I'll ask y'all that later. Darnell, why is college important?
It really ain't, to be quite honest.
You got your degree though.
That nigga hungry.
Hey, he's still making fries. All right, so
No, I was saying, like,
when the type of high, people gotta.
Yeah.
He tried to low key do it.
No, it's overrated, man. Thing is, I think we got a saturation of degrees, which lowers the value of even having one. Because I'm pretty sure when most of us grew up, we're taught to get a degree, get a job, and retire. That was kind of like the steps.
Would you say it's a saturation in specific degrees?
I think just any degree. I mean, that's the thing. And education is so profitable here in the U.S. But you got these schools just popping up out of nowhere. Getting an accreditation, and they're putting all these degrees out there, and anybody can get one. If you're a single mom, if you already have a job, if you got like 15 kids, like it doesn't matter. You get, you got today. You can get you a degree, right? And I think it's just a saturation of degrees, and it doesn't hold the same value, the same weight it did in the 80s, in the 90s.
Would it depend? Would y'all say it depends on the type of degree, though? So, like,
I will say your degree major does matter. Like, I guess it does not matter, but I think in today's world, it does matter. Like, and it also matters. Like what field you're in matters, how far you're going to go into it. Because nowadays, you might as well just go straight to your master's. There's no point in trying to find a job with a bachelor's because that just It's just a check in the box now. It's not a enhancer. It's a requirement now. Right? You used to boost your resume with a degree. Now it's just one of those things that keeps you competitive. So, and that's the thing. The end doesn't justify the means. The amount of money you got to take out, the amount of scholarships you have to get in order to get a degree is not worth it nowadays. You're better off going to a trade school, going, get like 5-6 certs in IT, and go ahead and making 6 figures that way. You do 6 months and make 6 figures versus going to school for 6 years to be, $6 million in debt. So,
$6 million in debt.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I know it's just a little bit of exaggeration.
Okay, it's a hyperbole. Okay, I'm about
to say $600,000 in debt. That is definitely
that's
within the realm
more
of possibility.
You're going to like medical school, I guess.
I agree with that, but pointing out that medical school fact, like I feel like this is true for about 90% of people. Now, some people that I still want to have a degree, architects, engineers. My doctor, for sure. Don't tell me like, oh no, you learn from YouTube University, gonna cut something off me.
But
me open. So degrees are definitely important for those high level, high functioning situations, in my opinion. But for the
in them jobs,
who go into
man.
degree, anyway, I don't think that it's important. I kind of agree with everything Darnell said, other than those specific cases.
Okay.
But I was gonna say, like, in all of them jobs, it's all like, when you go in to be a doctor, before they let you get your like final degree in being a doctor, you got to get a lot of experience. And I think experience is more important. Like, obviously with being a doctor, you got to go to school and get the knowledge. But at the end of the day, you got to get experience. And all these other jobs, like the job I have now, I didn't go to school. I went to, just had the experience. And that's what I'm doing, the same thing people with degrees got, or because of experience, or years of experience. And I think that's worth more than the college degree at this point.
For sure. I think especially if you in a field, I agree with that. You gonna have a hard time getting hired with just a degree with no experience. But when it comes to something like the medical field, if I got a doctor coming fresh out of school, I'll still be willing to let that doctor get his operation on, or diagnose me, whatever the case is, other than somebody else who just got experience. Like, oh no, I'll be doing this around the hood, man. I just help niggas get up. Like,
you seen that boy Dr. Love?
You don't get shot.
You seen Dr. Love? I gotta look him up.
No, I ain't seen that. What's
Dr. Love? He was like an 18. I think he was like an 18-year-old dude or 18-year-old dude. Yeah, so he was a doctor. He was really like
that meme where he like doing like this.
Yeah.
I think he got caught twice doing that, man.
Yeah, man, he got that experience.
The fact that he's able to do it though speaks a lot. I think like he just channels that energy to maybe actually being a doctor, he'd probably be a pretty good one.
Nah,
he was already pretty good. He had clientele, repeat customers.
That's crazy. Well, I say I didn't answer the question. College is important, but it also depends on what you're going to school for. Like we all said, like some people go to college just for the experience. The ladies were saying last week, they didn't go to college. They didn't know what degree they wanted to get. They just wanted to get away from their homes. They wanted something. They wanted to change in life. But like we was asking, like, why didn't you just move? Why not just move? Why not just start off new? Why not just go be a waitress for a few months and level up and get, like you said, get certifications or do a trade or something like that? But certain degrees like engineering or doctors or accounting, finance, business, those are professions I would prefer people to have a degree in, because they're really needed. As far as it goes, as far as paying for school. What was the second part of the question?
You asked the question, bro.
I know. I forgot. I already forgot. I forgot. But yeah,
them degrees, you can't remember your question.
What jobs do y'all have, and what route did y'all take to get there? I can answer that question for everybody. Go ahead, Mel.
Now, I'm a field service engineer for medical equipment. I went to the Navy. I worked on a whole bunch of stuff, and then when I got out, I went to school for a little bit till it was time to actually pick what I wanted to do, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I tried to get a job. I ended up getting a job installing MRIs, CTs, stuff like that, traveling around. And from there, I wanted a job being home because I had two more kids. And I went looking for another job, and I just found a job just doing the service of those equipments, making as much money as I was making without the overtime. So that's how I got these.
Okay. What side?
I started off the route that I took is military, zero schooling. Got searched while I was in the military. I got a good rate while I was in the military, IT, so technology based. I was early in it before they stopped letting people just get whatever certs they wanted. So I did get a good collection of certs, got out, used some of the benefits that I got from the military. I won't say what live on YouTube, but y'all, we all got the same thing. So
Yeah.
went contracting. Contracting was a good money grab. From contracting, I got the opportunity to go federal and be in charge of the contract that I was on. So I can say that I am a federal employee now, in a supervisory position, and it took me 0 degrees to get it.
Darnell? What's your job, or what is your job, and what route did you take to get there?
I'm a senior consultant. So I got a degree. I took my dumb ass to college. When I got that 4-year degree, went looking for jobs, right? Then I'm getting a job, I got a degree now. And then they look at me. Oh, so what's your experience like? I'm like, motherfucker, I was in the classroom last 5 years. That's what my experience is. So I went back in I was working little retail jobs while I was in college, and then I ended up working at Lowe's for like a year. And then I just went ahead and went into the Navy. Did 7 years in the Navy. Wouldn't advise anybody to do that. Then got out, was a contractor, moved to Norway, played football for a year, amongst other things. And then came back to U.S. and I was been a contractor again. I was working at Intel, but now I'm working on like being a project coordinator. So
You got paid to play football?
yeah. Not much, but yeah.
I didn't know that.
So what?
So I didn't know that. I thought you was doing that for fun.
I mean, I do it for fun too. Hell yeah. I mean, well, it's a professional league too. So
man, you eating White Castles? Your gut's about to be on the flow, dog. White Castle's so good though. But yeah, my path, I went straight into the military out of high school. Did that for what? Did the electronic tech job, navigation type. So doing all the electrical stuff, interior communication stuff, all of that. Working on some HVAC, and now I'm doing an HVAC technician. So I do a bunch of programming, programming, setting up equipment, troubleshooting, all of that HVAC controls. I've been doing that while I've been going to school for engineering. I was doing computer science initially, then I switched over to engineering by accident. So I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna stick with it. Because I transferred schools. That's how. So don't even, you about to ask me. And when I switched schools, I had to apply for a different, for the degree again. And only thing I saw on there was engineering, computer engineering. So I was like, I guess I got to do this. And then that's what I did. Then later on, I saw computer science on there. Like, well, fuck. I could have been done in 3 months, but now I set myself back 3 years. Oh, well. But yeah, that was the path I took. And I don't regret it. I got a bunch of experience through the military. They pay for school. I'm getting experience through doing the HVAC stuff. So when I finally do become an engineer, I understand what the field guy does, and we can move on from there. So I think people lack plans when they go to school. And what we saw from the women, their parents never went to school. Have any of y'all parents graduated from college? Or
Mine
been to
did.
college before?
My mother has.
My dad had me in high school, and he went like to college, finished it, the master's, finished it. My dad big on school. That skipped me. I
Did he
didn't want to
talk to you about how to get
go. See,
scholarships and
no, like that part. And my dad played sports too, so he got like scholarships for that too. And he was smart. Like he graduated like second in his high school class, and he played football, played basketball. But for me, he just used to say, "Go to school. That's gonna be the best 4 years of your life." And I'm thinking, I'm in high school. Like, bro, I hate this. Like waking up early, going to school, and it's boring. Like
Yo,
listening. I
college
just
is
like
100 times better, bro.
what's
Like so much better.
in it. And when you, that's what my dad used to say. But I'm like, bro, how? He's like, what's so different? Like I ain't seen. I'm like, bro, niggas just go to
It's
school.
like you like an adult with no responsibilities, bro.
But I didn't know. I'm at this time. I'm 16, 17. I graduated when I was 17. I'm 17. I don't know that. I'm like, bro, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm ready to get out of school. I want to go to the parties. I want to get a job at
You didn't
Lowe's,
visit?
Home Depot. I'm trying to make
So
$12
you
an hour.
didn't visit at all? Like none of the colleges or anything? You didn't go
I didn't want to
visit
go.
nothing?
Like I didn't like I honestly in 10th, 11th grade, I was like, I don't really care. I don't really care if I graduate.
Bro, I went on UH campus, bro. I'm like, shit.
I didn't go to
I'm
UH
like, God
campus.
damn, bro.
Oh,
Like ULM is little. I went to UH. I'm like, damn, this is a.
my
this
dad
is
got his
a-
master's from U of H. I think I was in middle school, so I'm in middle school. I don't know nothing. I'm like, I went to the graduation, but as a kid, like I didn't care about. I'm like, this ain't me. I don't like this. I want a regular job. I want to go have fun. So I never went on no high school, college visits. I I did a FAFSA like the day before. I went to community college when I graduated because my dad was like, what you gonna do? You either finna work or you finna, no. If you're gonna live in this house, you gotta go to school. So I went to community college.
okay, so that
For
was
like
one of them. Either you gonna go to school, you gonna go work, or you gonna go to the military type of deals.
nah, he didn't. He wasn't. My dad wasn't no military. Like I tried to go to the Marines when I was in high school. He was like, "You want somebody to shoot at you? I can take you to the backyard and shoot at you." So I didn't go to I didn't join the Navy. I was 21. I got moved out and all that. I just ain't had nothing to do.
What about you, Westside? Did you have a family member that went to college, or someone that could have made you aware of like why you needed to go to college or why not to go to college?
Not one. My brother enrolled. He left to go to UNC. I don't even think he did a whole semester before he was back at the crib. So, yeah.
Why did he only do a semester? Do you know?
Money.
Okay.
Yep, and money. I ain't have a single person that I know of in my family go to college. Nobody impressed the importance of college on us. Nobody did any of that. So I said it was my goal just because it was a cool thing to say when you were in high school. Like, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna go to college. Like I said, it was my goal. Oh yeah, man, I'm gonna go to college. I even did the little HBCU college tour for some high school program. Went all around, did that shit. Seen it was lit. Went to a couple of college parties, but nope. Took my dumb work, and then a couple years after that, went to the military.
What did they press into you? If they didn't press you to go to school, did they press you to get a trade? Did they press you to get a certification? Or just like, hey, you're gonna be an adult now, get the fuck out of my crib?
No, it wasn't on nothing like that. But I mean, I think it's hard to teach somebody something or press somebody on something that you haven't personally been through or that you don't know anybody. Like my family, we wasn't stupid poor, but we was making it. You know what I'm saying? My mom never flew, and she got her a decent job. She was always able to provide the best she can. So her outlook towards me, what she was telling me was, hey, make sure you can get you a good job. You better get good at something and do it. It wasn't like fuck school or nothing like that, but she can only tell me about what she know.
Gotcha. So Darnell,
I feel the same.
Did you have somebody that went to school?
Yeah, my mother, like she went to school and she, I guess, kind of like taught me the value of education. But like my dad, he didn't graduate college, but I guess he was the one that kind of like, I guess, taught me, like made me, I guess, more of a scholar, kind of because he's the one taking me to the museums, taking me, places, I guess, like he's the one teaching me things. He's the one helping me with my homework. So my father was the one that actually, I guess, taught me, to some degree. But my mother, she's the one that I guess instilled that sense of, it's like she told me, like, once you learn it, once it's in your head, like nobody can take it from you. So, she's the one that I guess taught me the value of education, whereas my dad actually taught me how to get educated. So I would say it's both, but I would say more so my mom, because she's the one that graduated from college. And actually, we went to the same college, actually. So I was actually eating in the same cafeteria she was eating in. So that was crazy.
Yeah. How did that make you feel, knowing like what you're experiencing is kind of like what your mom experienced as well?
Oh, I mean, I guess it's kind of like one of those, I guess, legacy kind of things. My mom went, she beat the odds, because like that's the thing. She grew up in civil rights era, like she could tell me about segregation and all that stuff, grew up in a single parent household and got to a point where she got educated, so, that's, she really beat the odds in a sense. And then, I'm proud of that, seeing that she went and got a degree and I got one too. So it's like, it may not be as useful or as purposeful as it was in the 70s, but it's the fact that, I guess especially being Black, you're considered, a lot of spaces to be less educated, less this, that, and the other. But to be, I guess, one of the Black guys to actually have one, it's kind of, I guess you kind of, define the stereotype in a lot of ways. I
got you. If y'all just joining us, thank y'all for joining us. It's the Let's Get Deep podcast, and we are talking about college. It's kind of this is a topic that I pick. I know it's weird. It's a very slow-paced topic, but it's something I wanted to find out. I had to get the perspective because I was interested in because of people's degree, the degrees of choice. They coming out with $100,000 of debt and got an art degree. They waiting to be a curator or something, but it ain't gonna be a curator. They gonna be a waiter or a waitress at Applebee's. It's crazy to me.
What you get your degree in, Darnell?
So what? As y'all come in the building, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, share with your friends, share with your family, share with your friends, family, everybody. We need to get more people in the building. We got 7 people in the building, and we got 5 likes. I need 2 more likes. 7 people, 7 likes. Come on, y'all.
I got my degree in general studies.
Right there, thumbs up.
So
you said what?
Basically,
you say?
Basically a whole bunch of credits and sciences, essentially. And I think the hard part of college is actually choosing a major, because you're 20 years old and they're like, okay, what you want to do for the next 50 years of your life? I'm like, look, I don't know what I'm going to even wear tomorrow. So like, I'm not the wrong person to ask about that. So there's really not much time to really decide on what you want to do. You're really just not, being an adult, figuring out kind of like what you're good at. So it's really a bad time to be wanting to make life decisions at 18,
okay, so here's the question, Darnell. Here's the question before you go on another tangent. Here's the question. What degrees do you think are worthless? And 2, how would someone go about picking a degree so that way they don't, or how did someone go about picking a degree without wasting their time in college? So like in the Navy, we had strikers, right? You got a chance to go work with A gang, go work with Navy T's or work with ITs and see if you enjoyed it. See if you liked it, see if you was a little bit more interested in it. Then you could become that rate if you didn't have a rate, right? Or become that job if you didn't have a job. So would that be a more reasonable option for your first year of college? So yeah, just give me.
Because the thing is, college and your job are 2 completely different things. Your job is not going to be like college. College is not going to be like your job. College is not preparing you. It's not job preparatory. It's an education. It doesn't teach you how to work. It teaches you like facts, like you know things. Okay, you know things, but how you apply them, right? Or even if you are going to apply what you learned, is two completely different things. So to sit there and say like, hey, you try each major, I mean, no, that's I don't think that'd be a colossal waste of time, in my opinion. I think high school should be longer. You know, you shouldn't be made to, be an adult at 18. I think you should, it should be another 2 years for you to, I guess, kind of like get the basics down. Then your next 2 years from 20 to 22. I mean, you gotta kind of do have to, I guess, pick something. But I think those 18, 19, you find a trade, right? So that way, if you fail in college, you have something to fall back on as far as the skill goes. But as far as picking your major, I mean, I would say maybe go to the Department of Labor. They normally have statistics on things on the workforce and what is on the horizon. And I would pick my major based on combination of my interest and my earning potential. Those two things kind of have to be in somewhat concert to pick a good major. Because a lot of people go to college and they pick majors based on their interest, right? I mean, some people like drawing, but they want to be, make cartoons. But hey, that's typically not going to make you a lot of money. Playing with crayons all day is not going to make you a lot of money. Being a music major, what the fuck are you going to do? You're going to go and teach a choir? Like,
hey, whoa, watch yourself.
You're not. No, Cedric, you're not making money. Like, let's not.
You're going after Darnell, you better be careful.
Hey, look, I'm sorry. Like, I mean, you're typically not making money in those industries. If you work in the entertainment, you're probably not going to make money. It's either the have and have-nots, right? But if you go like computer science, hey, you're going to have a job. If you go nursing, you're going to have a job.
But that sounds
get your doctorate, get a medical degree, you're going to have a job. So
why would someone make money in entertainment? Are you saying majority of people in entertainment don't make money?
Say again?
Are you saying majority of people in entertainment that go to school for it don't make money?
I would say so, yeah. Absolutely.
Why is that?
I mean, it's a very where does the entertainment industry hold up is a pillar of business?
The entertainment industry is the industry as a whole is the most lucrative industry.
It's the most lucrative. That's what I was gonna say.
I mean,
that's the thing. Like, we're talking about median. You're talking about averages. If you take 5 guys that are dirt poor and a millionaire and you average that out, I mean, that's what? Like, that averages out to be $166,000 per person. But that's not the truth. That's not even close to being the truth. So
which part of entertainment are we talking about here? Are we talking about entertainment as a whole? Are we talking about music, acting?
I say entertainment industry. So you could take anything that you see on TV, basically, put it in one pot.
I thought they were making like a normal check like everybody else, like $60,000, between $40,000 and $60,000 a year.
The average.
If you're a frequent
average American makes. The average American makes like around $33,000 a year.
Well, that's the poverty line. The
average poverty line is like 24,000.
Yeah, poverty line is like 23,000. It's not 30. Like the average American makes about $34,000.
Average American income.
And so I'm saying what first off, Yam said, I think you put it up. It's not about making money. And Darnell just said like, hey man, it wasn't, he got the music degree because he didn't have to pay for it. So that's what I'm enrolling. That's what I'm enrolling in school for as well, just because they're gonna pay for it and they're gonna give me a little change on the side. It's something that I like to do. But also without a degree, I can fully verify. I said Toe could even verify this as well. I made plenty of money. It's no. I'm still providing a service. There's no shortage of people who aspire to be an entertainer who don't got it. So you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna pay me to mix down their song. They're going to pay me to record. They're going to pay me to shoot their videos, all of these things, which I did as a side hustle. And at one point, started making more money than I did when I was in the Navy.
Yep, that's you too.
It's no shortage of funds. It's no shortage of funds whatsoever.
I got
Bro,
the
just
stats
go
for
ahead
y'all.
and tell me that that's
Hold
going
on,
to
Darnell.
be.
Darnell, I got the stats for you.
Huh?
I got the stats for you.
Okay.
According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor,
All right.
at the end, the annual salary in Q4 of 2023 was $59,000.
Oh shit.
Whoa, wait, what? Repeat that again.
59,000.
U.S. Annual salary in Q4 of 2023 was $59,000.
How many people you
Is
know
that
make
everybody? Or is
60,000?
that just?
That's from the U.S. Bureau of Labor.
How many people you know make 60,000?
That's what I'm saying. How many people make 60,000?
That's what I make.
Man, not many people. That's I don't believe it.
I guess, man. That's
The average salary is 60,000.
annual salary. I mean, I could maybe I typed that in wrong. Am I supposed to go income? Y'all want to do income?
Because a lot of people who graduate college, you're not coming out making 60,000.
That's not majority of people.
It's
only like
I know that's not.
23% of people are going to college.
I know. So how many people?
40% of those graduate.
And so you saying that? Hold on. I know my job. Well, not the average. Like I look up. The
Is that household or is that individual?
Now household is even more.
I'm looking at household right now. And they say the median household is 67,000. That's two people. Divided by 2.
It says 2022 that I got the census.gov. Real median household income was 74,000.
Bro, I just typed in U.S. average income. It said 31,133.
Bro, I don't know what y'all looking at. That's the stats I pulled up, and it says the Bureau of Labor. I can go directly to the Bureau of Labor and then figure that out. But that'd be sidetracking for our actual goal here.
This is
as far as like the entertainment community. I think that's what I'm saying 30K to 35K is the average American is making 30 to 35K.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
At what age? Yeah. What age group is that? Coming out of college, I would agree. If you coming out of college, you probably gonna make.
But you gotta realize, look at how many older people are on fixed incomes too.
Or you gotta realize that everywhere is expensive. Is like what I pay for rent. You go somewhere else, that's it. You know, they might be paying $400 for a 2-bedroom apartment. Like in most like cities in Texas, like in other than the big cities, you know, if you go to the country parts, you pay like $400 for a 2-bedroom. You pay $800 for a 3 or 4-bedroom house. You don't need to make as much, but average being 60,000, that ain't. I don't know. That ain't right. Because that would mean like the Walmart work. No disrespect, but people working. People can make they provide for their whole family working at Walmart. They don't make 60,000.
Bro, the cashiers ain't making 60,000.
Look at my source. It's the U.S. Bureau of Labor. That's the best you gonna get. That's the best source.
Yeah, but that's the thing. We don't know what's is there a cutoff age for that, or where they starting at, where they beginning it, where the end is.
Like it's a specific age because 30, 35K sound like somebody coming out of college. You telling me you gonna be working for a job 30, 35? I can understand if you're on Section 8 or you like living broke. 30, 35K for your whole life.
Not for your whole life, but some teachers make that. Like the teacher's salary is like 42,000.
Yeah, so that depends on the area. Was that the majority of teachers making 30, 35K?
No, I looked at it a few years ago, maybe 5 years ago. First year teachers, it's like 40,000.
See, look, y'all keep saying some. Can we not say some?
Well, we're going based off majorities.
Some is not quantitative. You can't put a quantity on some. Give me a percentage or something. 40% of teachers make 40K? Majority of teachers, like, what are we talking about here? People, they definitely factor in.
I'm looking at. I can look at I got the pay structure for.
We got to take into consideration is if we looking at any 2023 stats and any recent stats, man, we battling some heavy economic shit, which is definitely gonna put them shits out of skew. So I feel like honestly, if we want to get a good representation of what the world was, you got to look at 2018, 2019 stats because shit ain't even finished settling out here with inflation. niggas still getting a whole lot of tax breaks, tax credits. It's a whole lot of shit going on, and I feel like gonna skew them details.
Yeah, well,
So I feel like you probably should look at a 2018, 2019 type shit.
I just looked up the
Well, that's the thing. It
teachers.
may not return to that. Like,
I just looked at the teachers' pay structure for the county that I'm in. And you might be right, Cam, because shit, they say 0 years of experience, 62,000.
Yeah, I mean,
that's 23, 24.
That's wild to me. Y'all think that the average person is making 30 to 35K.
No, I've looked this up before.
I know the average black person, a woman is making 40K. A guy is making around 45K.
Bro, I've looked this up before. Like, it was years ago, and it was like about the average was about 30. I looked the same thing I'm looking up now. The teachers pay for my.
I mean, like what's I saying? It could be more. Looking at 2018, be like something pre-pandemic would be more accurate than what now, because like a lot of people are getting divorces now, so those results are skewed because of divorces. So that they're losing their homes, they going into debt, all of that bullshit. People done lost their jobs. We've been seeing a whole bunch of strikes in 2023, so people have been getting laid off, and it's a different world right now. It's a lot of changes happening right before us.
No, you can't look at 2018 and 2019 because we're not going back to that. This is a new reality.
Yeah, we not going back, but what I'm saying is, looking at we got 4 consecutive years of 4+% inflation. So if you looking at 2019 to get averages, add in your percentages and then go from there. You know what I'm saying, to get an idea. But I think looking at anything from 2022, anything from 2023 is gonna be deceptive in nature, because people got a lot of money out of nowhere. And it's been like that since 2020. And also people have lost a lot of money out of nowhere. So I mean, honestly,
so it all come out in the wash?
Say again?
I mean, so it all comes out in the wash.
Yeah.
Money's like energy. You can't create or destroy it.
Either way it go, we're not gonna get an accurate picture. And it's coming from somebody who don't know shit. So I could be completely off in what I'm saying. But I feel like I know shit. Me and Tuck was talking about this last week. Detroit in the top 5 poor cities in the country, and I don't know too many broke people there. Yeah,
well, I just sent
gonna do us no good.
Okay, but I just sent so I just did some research in 2019. The same, I just sent y'all the $4 billion starting pay. In 2019, it was 56,000, and now it says 62. So it went up 6,000. That's starting.
That's good, depending on where you living.
Is that Houston?
I don't think you in DC.
Yeah, that's where I live. It's decent. You can survive. That's one person.
In Houston, right?
Nah, you all right? 56, and that's if you by yourself.
Okay.
You all right?
You ain't got no good apartment complex. What's the average? Okay, let's get back to this.
No, but back then the prices were lower. The prices were low now. Now you're kind of like $2,000.
We done strayed from the path, my brothers. Time to get back on it. So what degree do y'all think is not worth it? Objectively, of course.
Liberal
what would you recommend people not go to school for? Darnell says entertainment.
I was talking about that industry in general, but as far as like degrees go,
I don't really
like I guess fine arts degree.
Fine arts. So like like music, or I'm saying not music.
I mean like music, performing arts,
like ballet and shit.
Yeah.
Dance.
Yeah, like what are you gonna do? You gonna go teach dance? I mean, that's really your passion and what you want to do. Yeah, you can start out at 62,000 in Fort Bend.
Yeah,
if that's really what you want to do.
I mean,
but aside from that, like, but if you're not doing that, then what are you doing? I mean,
hey, when we start doing numbers on this
podcast,
I know exactly who's gonna get all the hate mail. I know exactly who.
Yeah, I ain't go. I don't have no degree. If you want to go to school to do that, I don't feel.
I damn sure am slowly learning
So what-
every
so,
potential.
okay,
You
so-
goddamn right.
So people keep bringing this up. It's not about the money. Then what you going to school for?
What do you mean not about the money?
Because you want to learn. What if you want to go learn about the stuff? Like, what if you do want to
I
teach?
pick up a book and
get
learn
that,
about
but
that shit for free.
What's the point of you getting your degree if you ain't gonna use it to get more money?
You not. What do you mean get more money? You can, like, some people cool making 52,000, 60,000.
Because whenever you get the idea is when you get a degree, even without the experience, it gives you more bargaining chips for asking for more money.
Some people just go to school because they want to go to school.
Yeah,
That's true. But how is that? Y'all keep saying some. Is that majority of people just going to school just to go to school?
I don't know that many people.
We-
Like,
Bro, that's
everybody,
the thing. A lot of people that go to school do
Majority
not have
black
jobs
people
that
are
they went to school
poor.
for.
Are we going to school just to go to school? Or are we going to school because we're expecting to make some fucking money?
I mean,
Look, you can
behind it,
expect
right?
to make money, but what's really happening though? I mean, we're talking about the reality of it.
but if you're going to school for fine arts, then you know that I just want to go to school for this. I want to go to school to be a.
And you really just going to school just to go to school if you're going to school for fine arts.
Yeah, like if you decide I want to go to school to work at a museum, it's nothing. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. You just deciding that's what I want to go to school for. And
This one wild. That's what I'm doing that on YouTube right now, and I fucking suck at it. I've been making fires in my backyard and shit.
see, go to school, nigga.
Oh yeah, fucking the back. Oh
no, you can go be a Boy Scout, nigga. They'll teach you how to make a fire.
I was a Cub Scout when I was in 3rd grade. That's about it.
I was too. No, I ain't learned
I had to
nothing.
sell pieces and shit.
Yeah, that's the thing. Going to school for your passions typically does not end well.
Hey,
To learn the experience.
come up on it. You finna come up on a
How do you learn the experience?
I definitely want to highlight. Because
What's
this is shit. Because I mean, this is the It Gets Deep podcast. But like, how deep we want to go? Because I don't know if you want to go left with.
Hey, but hold on. Before we do that, my dad used to say you can figure out a way to make money. Like, you can do whatever. You can figure out a way to make money. You just gotta put your, whatever, blah blah blah. Put your mind to it. So even if you go to school to work at a museum of ballet, then you get on YouTube or TikTok and just be the TikTok and ballerina, you can make some money.
But you don't have to go to school for that, though.
Do that?
You don't, but then you got credentials. I went to the school of Juilliard. I got credentials. You don't need a degree, but then it upgrades your value. It increases your value.
And y'all in the chat, I understand that people don't always go to school for money and careers, but that's kind of the focus that's like the end goal. As you're gonna get this degree and you're gonna use it to make fucking money to be so you can break that generational curse. Otherwise you're gonna go to school, not get that degree, and potentially go back right to the fucking hood.
Are we just talking about people that's coming from the hood though? Or we talking
I'm just saying majority of black people come from the country or the hood, right?
I don't want to say that.
Majority of black people don't come from the country or the hood. Y'all ain't grow up in the city.
I mean, I lived there for a little bit, but
I mean, when I first moved to Louisiana, yeah, but I mean, eventually moved out to the burbs.
I moved to the burbs too.
So
losing 2-1.
Granted, it was a poor suburb, but
y'all keep saying it's not all. I understand it's not all. I didn't say all. I'm saying majority.
All I'm saying is I don't think it's a majority.
Am I wrong for saying it's majority of people?
Oversimplification on your part.
Am I wrong for saying it's majority of people that end goal to get money?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Because we don't know. I don't know. People, what you went to school for, Darnell? Like, when you went to school, what was your decision? What made you go to school?
I mean, I wanted to get a degree and get a better paying job, get an opportunity for a higher paying job. But little did I know, your experience actually is more weighed heavily than your education.
What did you?
I could took my ass in the Air Force and got the same thing with the experience and been a hell of a lot more competitive at 22 than I was doing the route I went.
So
what do y'all get a degree for?
If you're asking me, I would. If you're asking me, but I'm not. That's my. I'm thinking I would go to school. To get more money. That's the only reason I would go. Oh, and the parties. Yeah, if I
know this nigga did not just argue me down saying majority of people don't go to college to make more money, and then he gonna come out and say so he can get higher pay.
That's him.
Did I just hear that?
He's speaking for himself.
So what are y'all using
Bro.
your degrees for? Y'all just getting degrees as a fucking paperweight? Y'all not using that as leverage to get a good job?
Like, Cameron, you didn't go to college straight after high school. So like,
I agree, I didn't.
Okay,
Because
so like
I was
I have,
lazy.
so like
I was
I'm
lazy.
speaking from experience that hey, a lot of people, some people are just career students. Some people have like literally 400.
How many? Stop! Can y'all stop saying some? Can y'all stop saying? I'm asking, please. Can we stop saying some?
Okay, but now you gotta realize there's more than one reason.
There's a low minority of people that go to school.
Okay, but you gotta realize you gotta take in you gotta take into account every reason, and you're not doing that. You're making it black and white.
It's an understanding. It's a minority of people that go to school as a serious because they love academia that much that they just want to learn any and everything. That's a small minority.
Okay, you take that minority.
What is the majority
of hey, I just want to go to school?
Are we saying the majority of people are going to school just for the experience?
Some people do.
You said something again.
How you can't keep saying most people are minority and that's the same thing.
Yeah.
I can't say so. What you want me to say? What you want minority people go to for experience? I don't know. Shit,
it's not like that.
It's not a
strong argument. Like a monolith. It's not a strong argument.
What the fuck are y'all not hearing what I'm saying?
But you keep saying most people. How do we know this?
Reason for us going to school.
I would say a lot of people go for. I would say majority of people go for the experience.
Going to school because they want a better life for themselves. And what does that entail? What's a better life for yourself? You come out with an argument and you still don't work at Ruby Tuesdays. Is that a better life for yourself? Y'all quiet. I hear crickets.
I didn't hear the first part of what you said.
Bro,
work at Ruby Tuesdays.
Bro.
What if they the gentleman?
Let's go back to what you were saying. You're talking about what people go to school for, right? There's a myriad of reasons why people go to school.
Yes, I agree.
And guess what? Most of it is not, hey, I want to get a better paying job. That's not the majority, especially nowadays. You talking about kids straight out of high school. You talking about people straight out of high school. Now you gotta realize people that go back to school older, yes, that's their reason.
Majority of people are going to school to get into a field because it requires a degree. They say it requires a degree, but as we've been going to these resume workshops and stuff, it really don't be requiring a degree. That's just something they got to put on the application. You can apply for it and hope that you get it. If you got the experience before, apply for it.
Bro, that's the thing. I was in a meeting today, and the reason we can't find a person for a certain job because of the degree requirement.
It says that on there. People don't want to apply for it if they ain't got the degree. But I guarantee you, I heard this from multiple HR sources when they come talk to us at my school. Apply for the job.
That's what I did. I ain't had a degree. I applied for it. I don't know if it was a requirement, but I had.
It says it requires a degree, but it really doesn't. It let them say no. We so fine that we grew up. We talking to girls. We let them say no. For every no, there's gonna be an eventual yes. Just apply. But what's the point of getting a degree? You went and got the degree so you can get that job, right? That job got to be high paying. So we get a degree. Yes, it's in that field, and it's to get more money.
So what you say? What you say about the people that's going? What about the experience? How you feel about that? People going
experience. You can get that experience everywhere. We got the experience in the military.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot.
You ain't gonna get that experience anywhere else, man.
Experience in the Navy. We got the same exact experience. We
was
playing.
We were super supervised. What are you talking about? You had to ask to go home to visit your parents.
That's the only difference. That's the only difference.
That's a big difference.
We didn't have parents. What are you talking about?
When you was in the Navy, you have to ask to go home. You have to get permission to go home.
Because you work, that's the difference. But once we get out of work, we actually going and having fun. The same way they have fun. We make the same kind of relationship.
No, it's not the same kind of fun, bro. I promise you it's not.
What are you talking about? That's crazy.
You haven't been to college. You wouldn't. You haven't been to college.
Y'all got it.
As a person who didn't go to school, that's complete bullshit.
I'm just saying, me hanging out with college kids, it felt the exact same to me. It felt the exact same to me.
Yeah.
So if you showed up to school the next day drunk, hungover, you was getting punished for it?
I didn't get punished. I didn't get punished until it actually fucked up the work.
Hey, Kev, you know the funny thing about that?
That's
Everything that you got in trouble for?
The only difference was the fact that we was working versus actually learning. That's the only difference.
Cam, all the stuff you got in trouble for, you would not have even seen anybody in college. It would have been just another day.
That's also not true, because if you would have got a DUI, it would have been the same shit.
No, it would not.
No,
you would just go to court.
Oh my God, y'all niggas are so fucking cat. So you telling me if you would have got a DUI, you wouldn't have got trouble at school?
No.
Okay.
What the fuck you getting in trouble at school?
No, that's your problem, bro. That's your problem. As long as you think it's good.
It is your problem until it happened on fucking campus. It is your problem. Y'all niggas are so fucking cat.
No, I know
what talking about. I didn't get no DUI on base.
Bro, I know plenty of motherfuckers with DUIs, bro, still in school that went to school the next day.
They don't give a fuck about you getting the DUI. As long as you don't try to essay nobody.
Why we acting like school ain't no business? They not just trying to do arbitrary reason to kick you out. They want to retain as many paying.
And they got a brand, and they still got a brand to maintain. Y'all talking about a business?
Bro, that brand nothing to do with the DUI, bro.
Okay.
And you can smoke weed and do crack cocaine in college. You can't do that shit in the Navy.
I used to show up to work drunk almost.
Oh, crack.
At least twice a week and did not get in trouble.
When did you have a random drug test in college?
That's what I'm telling you. The only difference was the fact that it was work versus school.
That's a big difference.
That's the biggest difference between the military and
how would you know?
All right, come on now. Hey, we let you get away.
I already said that at the beginning of the argument.
And we let you get away with too much of this, man. You got two people with school experience telling you with zero on-campus experience that it ain't the same, man. We gonna argue them down about that. You gonna argue? You gonna yell your way through the whole situation?
Bro, I've literally fuck it. That's why I said y'all got it. That's why I said y'all got it. I'm not gonna argue it.
The ladies wasn't like this. The ladies ain't had none of this going on.
Bro, schools do not hold you accountable like the Navy will, bro. They don't do that.
Yeah, if you don't show up, you just don't show up.
I just told y'all the difference. That's the first. Of course, your job is gonna hold you fucking accountable.
That's a big difference, though.
Bro, that's the thing. Like, I get it. DUI still make straight
The whole thing that y'all flip is, I'm talking about the relationships that y'all build with people. That was the whole point that I was attempting to make at the beginning. The friendships you build. People going to school just for the experience.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that majority of people though? Is that majority of people either going to school for the experience or they're going to school
that's not the majority of people go to school for that. No.
Hey,
so what the majority of people go to school for?
Bro, what I'm saying is there is no majority. There's not a majority. You take each and every reason.
I'm saying that. That's not the point that I'm making. Y'all keep comparing. I understand that it's work. I'm talking about after you get out of work, the fun that you had with your people. We still played beer pong just like they did in school. We still was clicked up like they were in school. That's my point that I've been making.
That's a terrible point.
Okay.
That's like saying
how much of that thing you think came from people who went to school, who was just like, oh, this is what we used to do when I was in school. You said what?
I can't quantify. I didn't ask people. Only people I know who went to school on here is Darnell.
But that's what I'm saying. When you having fun with him inside the military,
I didn't hang out with Darnell like that.
From his school experience,
I didn't hang out with Darnell like that. I hung out with Mel. I don't know how many people that we was in our group that was actually that went to school. We was hanging around college kids.
Yeah, that's true. I learned beer pong from them.
The SDSU kids, the University of Hawaii kids. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm kind of relating the experiences because we hung around them.
But if you went to college,
being one of two completely different things.
Yeah, you could have did. You could have did.
Guess what? That motherfucker got DUIs and showed up to school next day like shit ain't happened.
You could have smoked crack.
We had motherfuckers on the football team on probation. Looking for. Bro, you're not gonna have that.
Y'all niggas in class with crackheads?
Nah, but we could have been, and that would have been perfectly acceptable.
Yeah, exactly.
So you was affected, but that's still Beside the point.
Oh, now it's beside the point. That's literally the point. It's literally what you're trying to say.
The experience.
That flies in the face.
My main point was the experience.
Bro, it's not the same, bro. And the thing is, a lot of people do go to college because
as much as we want to downplay it, man. The shit that make you close in school, the shit that make you want to party in school, the stress that you trying to blow off and the steam you trying to blow off in school is different from the steam that we trying to blow off in the military. It's way different. Our responsibilities is different. The shit we gotta be held accountable for is completely different. We may attempt to party the same at the end of the day, but the shit that we're responsible for, the shit that we gotta do, the pressure that we under, the responsibility that we have is two completely different. I can see you trying to compare the party aspect, bro. But separate from how we party and the games we play is nothing even close. There's nothing even close.
Oh yeah, you don't have no responsibility.
Then the women too. The amount of women you're exposed to in college.
That's the.
All right, but hold on. We was on subs though. If we was on surface ships, we might have.
It still pales in comparison, bro. It's still a majority of men. College is literally the biggest repository of women you'll ever be in life.
Must have been nice.
Like literally, like 60% of the student body is women. Like,
and you still ain't get no bitches.
You better hope. Hey, no, you can't be.
Hold on. When I went to,
can you edit that out?
Nah, it's too late. It's live, dog.
Bro, when I went to college, I was 26. After the Navy, I'm 26. I felt so old, bro. It was like 18-year-olds and 19-year-olds. I'm like, bro, this is.
Yeah, I feel way old now.
That's how I felt like in boot camp, man. All these kids talking about their proms, and I'm like, bro, like prom was like 10 years ago. Fuck you, me.
I was 21.
Well, we at the hour mark. Thank y'all for joining us. We got 7 people in the building. I better have more than 7 likes. I saw 11 people in here. We better have more than 7 likes. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that share button. Share with a friend of a friend of a family of a friend. And we're going to keep this conversation going for a little bit longer. We can stop right now if y'all want to. But right now, we in the after hours. So if y'all want to come up, I'm going to put the link. I know somebody going to come up on some bullshit.
Don't trust her. He ain't liking shit.
I ain't liking shit. Mm-hmm.
Somebody let me know if I know somebody that was smoking crack.
You got a bald Caesar?
Hey, I know somebody that was in the neighborhood that got kicked off for doing coke.
Yeah.
That happened in the college.
I know plenty of people that we know plenty of people that was doing drugs in the military.
Oh, you can be female dorms in college, bro. You can't do that shit in the military.
I was in some female dorms when I was in the Navy.
One of my homeboys got in trouble for going to the strip club on a Tuesday.
Yeah, I ain't get in trouble on go to strip club on
was
Tuesday.
Was he on duty though?
Yeah, he was on duty. Still, it don't matter.
Was he on duty though?
He wasn't on watch. No boy can't go to the strip club.
No, Lex, Triple X.
That's his lunch break. For real.
Hey, Lex already. Where your comment go? You said it was a passion. Where's it go? You learn passion. I don't know what kind of passion you talking about.
Well, she said she was twerking and working.
Yeah, twerking and working.
Twerking and working.
Yes, I sure was.
I can't find your comments no more. How you hide your comments? What's up, Alex? What you got? What you got for us?
I mean, well, I guess I've been one of the people that did go to college. I went all the way up to senior year and then just decided not to go no more. Yeah, I went for finance and accounting. Yeah, and I mean, I really do love numbers. I really do like business. But I always wanted to see how that would be applicable to my life and to helping other people, pretty much understanding their personal finances, in those instances and seeing how investments work and stuff. Because once you learn how to make money work for you, then eventually you don't have to work for money if you do it properly. So that was my end game, and that was the reason why I went to school. It wasn't to really go and get like and be an accountant or some sort. It was just so that then I could use the concepts, apply it in my life, and then share with others. So,
You mind if I ask what industry you work in now?
oh, I work for the logistics industry. I'm a trainer in customer service for them. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I like it. I actually fell into it. I had went to a job fair at ODU because that's the school that I attended, and I was going, of course, to see about some jobs, in the accounting and finance industry, and that was also another indicator saying like I don't really believe that I want to be in these types of environments because people who are really to themselves, they're not really, fun people for the most part. Very stuck up. So, with that temp agency, I ended up getting a position at the company that I work for now. Their steamship line. And so I was just like, okay, I like this. I didn't think I was going to be in logistics like this. It's still incorporated a lot with, numbers and stuff and money and different things like that. So it's like I can still apply the concepts that I learned in school, but also utilize some of the other business courses that I had also went to school for, which is operational management. And a lot of people actually failed that class, but I actually did pretty good at ODU with that class. And so, yeah, operational management is definitely where it's at. But I can say that anything that you learn in school, you're definitely going to apply it in some sort of way in your life. Just saying. So whether you graduate or not. So, and the networking aspect of going to college, that joint worked because the whenever I went to the temp agency, then the guy who first got me in, he was like, "Wait, I remember you from class," and we took an accounting class together. And so they was like, "Oh, we gonna go ahead and slide you into good jobs." And so yeah, networking is actually what they need to be teaching and influencing the high schoolers to do, is understanding that it's not only what you know, but who you know. Okay. So I don't know, I can't hear nobody.
No, that's facts. No, thank you for the definitely thank you for the input. That's facts. That's a good calm perspective, way different than we've been getting up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, networking is definitely a important aspect. I forgot about that part.
Hey,
I forgot about that part.
mm, I,
Yeah.
The
I'm gonna
network is
just
network, or your
explain
network is your
a little
network,
bit.
something like that. Whatever it is. I
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, also, even with sales and stuff, people like to buy from who they like. So whenever it comes down to jobs, then people like to work with people that other people know because then they'll know, like, oh, this is a good worker. They have a good personality, that sort of thing. So,
Yeah, a lot of people at my job right now, they've been working like 20 years, 10 years. They didn't switch from job to job. Like if the company get bought out or whatever, they hire each other.
hmm yeah, I mean, that's the way to go. That's the keys to life.
All right, Lex. Thanks for coming up. I'm about to swap you out with Yams.
All right, cool.
Oh shit, here we go.
Yams,
I
you there?
with some smoke. I know
Why y'all got
with
these
some smoke.
multiple letters? That you,
Hey, and it's on for
Yams.
Darnell too. It's on for
I'm
Darnell.
cooking, so I don't have my camera on.
I wish I had some popcorn. Let me sit
Yams
back.
with the three Z's. Lex with the Lex triple X.
I'm not the. I feel like I'm not the villain here. Um, I just thought there was just a lot of interesting points you guys talked about today, and I totally just lost my train of thought here. Give me 1 second. Trying to get myself together. But I definitely think, even though we don't want to get back into the numbers, I don't personally think the median or household income is at that from my experience of like, other people talking to and just currently looking through different jobs that are available on the market. From my experience of what I've seen, it's definitely not that high, but I think a big point in that is, like I was saying, not a lot of people go to college we talk about like, making money, but I feel like it's very big that there is a big amount of people who just go for the experience or to get away, and they don't really put the emphasis on how much they're going to make after or even think about that. So I think that was like a really big point, because I know Darnell was like, he was really pushing that point of the end goal of money, but I think a lot of people don't have that end goal when it comes to like going to college with certain degrees.
I completely agree with that. Like, I'm saying my end goal was, if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. But yeah, I do know a lot of people who went to college just because, hey, I like learning about X, Y, and Z, and that's what they did. They particularly make a lot of money, probably not. But I mean, hell, if they want to teach art and play with crayons all day, then hey, so be it. I mean, that makes them happy. Sure. But I'm just saying I'm not going into debt to play with colored pencils. I mean, it's just how I feel about
it. Yeah. Ooh.
And I just want to throw this out there too, man. Just for the people that's gonna say you hate, man. The art industry is a huge industry, right? And it's still one of the only unregulated industries, meaning there's no cap on how much you can make from playing with colored pencils and crayons. I just want to throw that out there.
There's no cap to making money, period. No matter what industry you're in.
Not quite true. Not quite true.
What cap? Where's the cap?
Shit, who getting sued right now for monopoly laws? Is that Apple? They put a cap on how much of the market that Apple can hold, how much money. There's ceilings everywhere. Art is one of those.
No, that's the thing. They can still make more money. Like there's no cap on making money.
Are they being actively stopped for making money?
No, they're not being stopped from making money. They're stopped from being just having what's seen as an unfair market share.
Right. Oh, this some new shit. What we got up here? Screen share?
Oh, it's just
Well, let's see. I noticed something that's gonna prove one of the top points. He been
median earnings by age in the United States, 2024, 38,000. 20. So like I said, coming out of college, you probably gonna be making, what was that, 30,000? That's above what I said you're gonna be making. 25 to 30, 52,000, 35 to 34, 63,000. This is where that 59,000 come from, because majority of people is making between 50 to 50 or between $50,000, 50 and 60,000.
So I feel like
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And I was gonna say, I feel like an important line with that as well is like the mini breakdowns as well, because it's just like, what industries are they like, is this coming from? And then what's the majority, like what's the percentage of people within those industries? That's important as well to kind of make a bigger picture out of that number.
So you want to know what's the average job?
Yeah, like so within that 59
average industry, it's gonna be the service industry.
What industry, and then
it's gonna be the service industry.
And then what's the average of the service in? So is that just based off the service industry, or is that all industries put together?
That's all industries put together.
But then it's just another interesting number would be like, okay, that's all industries put together, average out. But if majority of Americans are in the service industry, but the service industry is well below that, then that kind of changes how we look at it as well.
But who's working? So then you also got to take into consideration what age groups are mostly working in the service industry, and what's their positions in that service industry.
And that is another point. As of right now, I feel like the service industry expands throughout age groups, as far as people right out of college and then even after the fact. I think a lot goes into making that number, and maybe that's why it just feels so unbelievable at some points, saying that the 59,000 the average.
I can get that. I think what can skew it is people making millions of dollars will skew those results too.
But
But
for that,
that's a small percentage of people though.
And I also feel like
That can't affect it unless they're only talking about a small sector like middle class or lower middle class or low income families.
I mean, it's also what me and Mel was talking about earlier, and to kind of pull Lex back into the conversation. I don't know this for sure, but I feel like she would be able to attest to this. I think that number and why it seems so unbelievable to everybody is because the context of whatever article or whatever site you looking at plays a huge role on what number you get. And everybody got a reason that they come to the number that they come to, or whatever the context about it is. So you can't really go on Forbes and be like, oh, this is the number for the average American, because that shit matters, because you can take one stat and flip it around as many ways as you want to lean to your point, no matter what your point.
You know that the original stat that I got was from the Bureau of Labor Statistics.
Bureau of Labor, and we wasn't having that shit. So we
exactly. That's I don't know what y'all want. What more do you want from me?
Hey, Forbes,
I can pull up Pew Research if y'all want.
Now, it's something called like greenhouse or glass house or like
glass door.
Like, yeah, glass door. Yeah. Well, they also have like the medium income in certain cities, or
I know Indeed does it too.
Yeah.
Like when you look at it, it tells you like the medium income and different things like that.
I remember when I was applying for this job.
They get that from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. They don't do their own research. They pull in articles like we pull in articles. You can click on the link they post.
That shit also matter where you from, because some people might look at 60,000 and be like, "Hey man, that's the median income," and the motherfucking Alabama might be like, "They get somebody out here making $60,000," and the motherfucking California gonna be like, "Who's surviving on $60,000?" So that shit, it really don't. That shit don't mean nothing. They just mixing that shit in the pot and they giving you a number. I feel like we putting way too much stock in that fucking number when it don't really matter. It don't really matter.
That's kind of like I don't know if you guys saw it, but Dollar Tree once again is going up on their prices, and then one of the reasons is because they have decided that majority of the people who shops at their stores, their median or the average income of those people are like $125,000 per year, and that's unrealistic and clearly not true. But that's just like, they'll get those numbers and say this is the
How did they figure that out?
Off of.
How do they know how much I make when I walk in there?
Yeah, I think
because you tell them, man. You get your information away so freely, but that's a conversation for another episode, man.
So you mean to tell me Dollar Tree knows how much I'm making because of an app on my phone?
Dollar Tree knows exactly how much you're making, and so do everybody else in the fucking world if they want to know.
You use a card, that's one part of your information, and they just do a little search. People selling information is everywhere pretty much.
It's a sick world. It's a sick world you live in. I just want you to know that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sick world. You think you might be going in the Dollar Tree and your transaction is not being monitored or recorded, but I assure you, the second you step foot in that phone with your location on, the second you swipe your fucking card, the second you go to the seat, man, come on, bro. They know everything about you.
Yeah, you see the stats. That's how many people in the service industry right there that's in America. 132 million people in the service industry.
God damn.
I'm glad you are reading that.
That's like literally, that's probably half the workforce right there.
Yeah. Out of 164 million people that's employed in 2022.
132.
You mean tell me only 32 million other people working everywhere else?
And then the next one in line would be professional businesses at 22. So that's entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm. And I do think, like he was saying, because after like the pandemic, and then even now, whether it's because of different policies passed or different things that went on, there is a spike in like entrepreneurship and people starting new businesses and companies, and then generating more money than they probably ever would have staying in the service industry.
Jonathan, right? You are the perfect guy for this because you are an analyst. So let me pull up median. Median would be a better word to use, but we did. I thought we did use median. Didn't I use median before?
I don't know.
So the median American income. I think when we did that, it showed a household income. I don't want household income. I want per person. You're gonna figure this out right now.
Number of household income, because the way that households vary within the country is kind of like, how are we coming up with that number? There's certain things that you have to do before you even get.
See, that's the problem, Jonathan. All right there. Because as soon as I type in median American income, is automatically pulling up household income, which I don't want. We're gonna do this right now.
So I'm the only person on this stage that ain't went to school yet. So pardon my ignorance. But median is everybody, and you take the middle number. And average is when you take everybody, add them up, and then divide it by how many people you motherfucking in general.
Yeah.
So how in the fuck?
That's what he was saying. It's less skewed if you do a median.
It's mathematically impossible to get a fucking median. Because never mind.
It'll be per sector. It'll be per industry then.
My head first.
That's Wikipedia. I can't use Wikipedia, but Wikipedia says 41,000. That's in 2020.
I mean, but still, do you not see how the number is arbitrary? Do you not see how the number don't matter?
It does matter.
The number is, they could say it's 100,000 or they could say 10.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we can end it right there. We're already at an hour and 21 minutes. Thank y'all ladies for coming up. I'm gonna go ahead and drop y'all down.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Hey man, I'm about to start identifying as a woman so I can get into this women's group, man, because they way more sophisticated than us.
Man, I think we was a little bit more entertaining this one. I was doing my best on the women's one, not to get into it. I was asking them questions.
You did an excellent job. That's why you did an excellent job. You ain't barking.
I was actually involved in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm scared of what the next one gonna be like. But yeah, thank y'all for joining us. That's the S2EP7 podcast. We talk about college and we end up branching off into making income, or what's the average income. And we still ain't kind of figured it out. But I think I gave the answer, but we still ain't figured it out. I'm gonna have to do some research. If you haven't already, hit that like button on your way out. Hit that share button on your way out. Hit that motherfucking subscribe button on your way out. And thank y'all for joining us, man. Y'all have a good rest of y'all week.
Hey, but I was gonna say